Hey guys, Farmer's Wife here. So we just bought our first fix and flip renovation house, and something that I find really frustrating is when you're trying to plan or prepare for something and you can't find real numbers on things because people aren't always willing to share the exact numbers and amount of money that they spent on something. So today I wanted to walk you through exactly how much we spent with real numbers on our new fix and flip. Because this was our first time, we really did not know what to expect. I knew that there were other fees and things involved with buying a house other than just the down payment, but I had no idea what those actually were. So I've got my closing documents here with me that we just got this last week when we closed on our house, and I'm just going to walk you right through it. The house we bought is in central Washington in a rural area, and it is 2,263 square feet. The seller accepted our offer of $131,000, which is actually what we felt like was a really good deal for this area. So the first thing we have is our down payment. Now, if it's your home that you're going to be living in, there are ways to get the down payment percentage down lower. But because we were buying an investment house and we're not moving into it, the lowest that we could pay for a down payment was 15%. Lots of places require 20%, but we were able to find somewhere that required only 15%. So our down payment came out to $20,043. Now when we made our offer, we put down a $4,000 deposit. So we had to have that money 2 or 3 days after we made our offer and it was accepted. But then in the end, they take that $4,000 out of the total price that you have to pay. So you don't have to pay all of your 15% down plus your fees plus your deposit. They take the $4,000 out of your total at the end. Now, beyond our down payment, they broke our closing costs into two sections. We have our loan costs and we have our other costs. So if we were paying for this house in cash, then our fees would be significantly lower. But because this is an investment house and the way that we're choosing to do it, we actually wanted to pay the least amount of upfront cash so that we had extra cash to do the upgrades and the fixes. Under our loan costs, we've got origination charges that came out to $3,191.60. Then we've got appraisal fee, credit report fee, and flood certificate fee that came out to $778.50. And then we've got a whole bunch of fees to the title company for recording, escrow, sales tax, title insurance, notary fee, and settlement fee, and those came out to $758.16. So our total loan costs came out to $4,728.26. Then after that, we've got our other costs. We've got taxes and other government fees that came out to $254. We've got some prepaids that we had to do, like our homeowner's insurance and our property taxes, and those came out to $1,466.72. And then we had initial escrow payment that we had to pay at closing, and that was $386.98. And the total for that section, the other costs, came out to $2,108.20. So we had our loan costs and we had our other costs. And when you add those two numbers together, our extra fees on top of our down payment came out to $6,836.46. Now, something we did in our loan, because again, we were trying to keep our initial cash needed down to the lowest amount possible so that we had as much extra cash left over to fix the house. We actually changed our offer later to a higher number, but asking the seller to pay some of our fees. So it didn't change the actual amount that the seller was receiving, but it made it so we could lump more costs into our loan and not have to pay quite as much upfront. It changed our cash needed upfront to close by about $2,000. Okay, so once again, our total closing costs were $6,836.46. Our down payment, the 15% of our total loan that was required, was $20,043. but then we had already put down $4,000 at the very beginning, right after we made our offer. $4,000, so you subtract that out of the total. And then the portion that the seller agreed to pay that I just talked about was $2,620. And then they had a few last minute adjustments that had to do with taxes that came out to another credit in our favor for $422.53. And so when we actually went to the office to close, we had to pay them that day, which was Monday last week, $19,836.93. That's how much cash we needed on the closing date. And then the only other fee that we had to pay between making our offer and closing on the house was, hang on a second, sorry, the inspection fee. We were there for that, and we had to pay the inspector directly, and that was $400. So if we add those things up, I'm going to use my calculator for this one. We've got $19,836.93 needed at closing, plus the $4,000 that we put down as a deposit, plus the $400 for our inspection. And our grand total in cash that we actually needed to pay in order to get the house was $24,236.93. Now, I know that lots of people consider it inappropriate to share money facts like this that are super specific, but I don't know how you're supposed to plan for something like buying a house or investing in something if you have no idea what it's actually going to cost you. So I hope this video is a little bit helpful for you, or at least eye-opening, or maybe it will help you determine exactly how much it might cost you to buy a house, whether that's an investment house or whether that's a house that you're actually going to live in. You've got to know the numbers to be able to plan. So thanks for watching. If you're interested in seeing the house that we just purchased, I'll link to the tour down below, and check in for more updates. You can follow us on our adventure.